having the blessing and having it manifest, two different things.
Right.
You can have the blessing from the Lord, yet it is dormant. It can sit in you. You can have a passive blessing. Having it doesn't mean that you can benefit from it.
Welcome to Faith Surge channel. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Shalom.
There are three major sources of blessings, where you find blessings of God situated. The blessings of God are found in three different locations. The first location is yourself. The blessing of God, after it was formulated by God, it had to be placed in a location called you. So you have the blessing of God in you.
Wow.
And also the blessing of God is found in places. You are not the place, and the place is not you. There is a blessing of God for you, but not with you. There is a blessing of God for you, but it's not with you. The place has the blessing.
Wow.
Hence God would say to Abraham, leave one place, go to another place, then I will make your name great.
Yes, Father.
Which means the greatness of the name is not given to the name. It wasn't given to Abraham, it was given to the place. So Abraham, in visiting the place, it wasn't just the place that he was visiting, he was visiting the greatness that God had given to him. But the greatness was not given directly to him, but to the place. But him, by coming into contact with the place, he is now coming into contact with the greatness. Okay, so you have the blessing in a person, you must also have the blessing of God for you in a place. And then there is also the blessing of God for you in another person. Somebody else has been made by God a custodian, a keeper of your blessing. And I'll talk to you about identifying such an individual, which is very important. Who has your blessing? Just like the doctor has your treatment. Just like your lecturer has your information.
Yes,
There ought to be a man in possession of what belongs to you.
Yes, Father.
Okay?
Yes, Father.
Jesus comes and he has the ability, the power within himself to open the blind eyes. And here comes a man who knows, who has his sight. And then he says to Jesus, that I may receive, not your sight,
but my sight.
He's calling it his sight, and yet the man could not see.
That's strong, Father.
He can't see, but he knows there is a sight that is his, but the sight is not with him. Okay. That I may receive my sight. So you can be blind, and being blind doesn't mean that God never provided sight. He might have provided sight. The sight is not with the blind person. It is with somebody else. So he was able to identify the man in possession of his sight. And as the man was passing by, Jesus himself, the blind man said, I have seen you. You have what belonged to me. Not everything you have is yours. You have a sight that is not yours. A sight that is mine. Yet I'm blind. So you have a blessing that you don't have, as poor as you are. But identifying an individual passing by who is carrying a surplus in terms of blessing, a blessing that is not his, that is meant for you. At that moment where you collide, you come together into contact with that individual. You have met not just the person, but your blessing. When the blessing of the Lord is in you, which is the first place.
Yes, Father.
Okay, let's deal with that.
Thank you.
The blessing in you was given already to you by God.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, Father.
You came into that physical body already carrying a blessing as a spirit from the Lord when He breathed you out into the body.
All right.
You came with the blessing. You came, you were accompanied by the blessing into the physical body. So just by being a human being, you have a blessing. Before you start giving anything, you have a blessing. Before you are given anything, you are already given the blessing by God. Okay.
Wow.
So every human being, you have the blessing. But what is creating the difference now? How come if we all have the blessing, some of us are poor?
Yes.
And some are prosperous.
Yes.
Now, the manifestation of the blessing is different. Having the blessing and having it manifest, two different things.
Right.
You can have the blessing from the Lord, yet it is dormant. It can sit in you. You can have a passive blessing. Having it doesn't mean that you can benefit from it.
Hey.
Is it possible that I can have a blessing from God in me and yet my life is a miserable life? Yes. How do you know? I can show you other things that you got from God that you can have and yet you cannot benefit from its effectiveness. Just like when Paul said to Timothy, stir up the gift. Stir up the gift which you got when hands were laid on you.
Yes, Father.
You got the gift of prophecy. But unless the gift is stirred up, you can't prophesy. But where's the gift?
It's in you.
Where's the prophetic?
In you.
So you have access to visions, access to dreams, access to mysteries. That ability is within you. But unless you stir, the awakening of the blessing is the phase that you are in right now. Not just getting blessed by God, you got blessed by God, but the activation of that blessing. Getting the blessing to begin to manifest and to work. I've given you a scripture right now where you have the prophetic grace in you, just sitting in you, and yet you are walking in darkness. And believing God that one day He's going to give you the prophetic grace, and God is saying, you have it already. What is left is for you to activate. Have the blessing activated. That is the issue. That is the issue now. So you have the blessing in you, but is the blessing active? So in the case where you came into existence already carrying a blessing, right?
Yes,
And then you entered your physical body and you didn't see the manifestation of the blessing. What could have happened? When you started disobeying divine instructions that empowers the blessing, you then immobilize the blessing, the effectiveness of the blessing was then covered by contradictions. If you contradict God's financial principles, there is a veiling of the blessing of God, the covering of the blessing of God. Growing up from your youth, everything you were doing was against the blessing. When the blessing is fought in that way, it begins to malfunction. It is what you did that immobilized the blessing. It is again what you are going to do that will reactivate the blessing.
Thank you.
The blessing that you got from God. Some of you stopped the blessing from functioning. Some of you even ejected. You lost the blessing. When you have finally lost the blessing, then you have to come up with ways of searching for it. You must know where you dropped it.
Help us.
If it was something bad that you did that made you to lose the blessing, then you have to do that act. You have to undo that act. Because what you did that made you to lose the blessing, there is the opposite of that. That still can be done.
To bring back the blessing.
Bring back the blessing.
Okay, Father.
And in that case, it is no longer God blessing you. It is you recovering your lost blessing. You stop praying about that. That's why people are not getting it. They are into wasting. They collect things from God. They go elsewhere. They misplace it. They go back to God again. Right? And yet what you need to do now is to find. You light up the candle and then you look for the missing coin.
Wow.
Okay?
Yes, Father.
So the blessing in you, and there's the blessing in the place. Right now as we speak, God doesn't owe you anything. Even the blessings that you're going to see manifesting by reason of disobedience.
Yes, Father.
You would think God is now blessing you for the first time. That's not the case.
Wow.
Even when you have blessings coming down through the windows of heaven, those blessings are not coming from God, you know.
Father, what do you mean, Father?
God rarely blesses anyone now. Even I'm saying, even looking up and seeing the blessings coming down,
Yes, Father.
they are not directly coming from God. They are the blessings of God, but they are not directly coming from God. Notice, he's not saying I'll open my windows. He said the windows of heaven. It's a place. Heaven is not himself. God is not heaven. Heaven is a place. But it is his personality in a place that makes that place heaven. Heaven is a place. So when he says, I will open the windows of heaven, you will think because the blessings are coming down through the windows of heaven, they're coming from God. No, heaven is a place. So there are blessings given to a place. God no longer has that blessing. It was given to a place called the heavens.
Understood.
So when God is about to release that blessing now, it is the window not of God but of heaven that opens up. And then you are blessed by the place. And it's not just the heaven that has windows. So many other regions, places on the earth which has windows.
Wow.
That should open up their windows unto you. And you are blessed not by God directly, but by a place. There are places that carry your blessing. There are places that carry your blessing. Places that carry your blessing. That something that you are doing right now, today, and it's not working, and you change location prophetically. You are told, move from here. Go and do exactly as you were doing in a different location. What you'll experience is amazing. Then you will understand that the extent to which windows can open unto you is different. There is a location that carries your blessing, and identify that place is actually coming into contact with your blessing.
Identifying that place.
You have to identify.
Is coming into contact with your blessing.
Yes, you have come into contact with your blessing, because the blessing that God gave to you was not directly given to you. It was given to a place.
Yes, Father.
So I want you to see this now. So you have a blessing of God in you.
Yes, Father.
And there is a place that has your blessing in itself. And there is an individual who carries your blessing. Now, when it comes to an individual, already I've dealt with your personal blessing, how you can suppress it, how you can still have it and still be poor, and how you can activate that same blessing by doing the opposite of what you did that made the blessing to be non-active. What did you do? That's where you need somebody who is spiritual enough, who understands the activities of the blessings of God, to tell you what you did, what you said, what was done in your family that made the blessing of God upon your life to be covered. Right? And you have to be ready to receive instructions from a spiritual person who can tell you something that was done by you or by somebody else that undermined the blessing of God that is in you, that made you to ultimately lose the blessing and where you lost it. And also finding the right location where from there, if you are to function, it will be easy. You need minimum strength before you can hit the mark in terms of money
Minimum.
given to the place.